So that's how you test your blood sugar and store and administer your insulin. I hope that you can see that it's all easy to do. None of it is really that complicated. You, however, must be committed. You have to decide that your health is important to you and that you will do the things that are necessary to keep your diabetes under control. When you do that, when you make the commitment to take your insulin and manage your blood glucose, guess what happens? You get to be you. And what I mean by that is that you can still do all the things you've always done before. You can still exercise while taking insulin.
I do everything that anybody else does, and nobody would know that I had diabetes if I don't tell them. I play basketball every Wednesday, and in the summertime I play in a summer league. You can live taking insulin because it's all about your body and how you treat it. You are not an invalid. So you can do anything you want to do taking insulin.
You can still go out to eat while taking insulin.
While taking insulin, you can definitely go out to eat. You just have to watch what you eat when you go out to eat. It's a compromise when you're eating. For example, more protein versus more carbohydrate, which has kind of opened up my horizons a little because now I have to go for the fish or go for the chicken, which is stuff I wouldn't normally have done. The other thing is, if at all possible, I go online and see if they have a nutrition guide, because then before you go out, you already have some ideas in mind.
You can still travel while taking insulin.
Sure, you can travel. We recently went to Florida and spent 4 or 5 days, but you have to have certain things that you take with you. First thing I do is I take syringes. Next thing, alcohol swabs, and I put my strips, and then I take extra insulin. I can zip up my DOP kit, and that's it. And mainly, this is to tell me exactly where everything is.
And you can actually learn a lot about yourself while taking insulin.
It's interesting, the whole idea of illness as teacher. You know, one thing that diabetes forces you to do, it forces you to pay attention to how do I want to walk in the world? Is it something I have to pay attention to and remember? Sure. But part of being human is growing. And taking insulin has caused me to grow immensely. Getting used to insulin is a process. It's been a gift. I think and it was a real transition for me when I began to see it like that. It's something I could use to become more alive.
In the beginning, I cheated a lot, which is really not the thing to do, which made my wife furious, and with good reason. Do I have to take this insulin? Do I have to monitor my blood sugar? Yeah, if you want to live. When I realized that that's what I had to do, it was a little bit easier for me to face diabetes.
Taking insulin, it's a small hurdle. Don't be scared. It's just one more thing you have to do so that you can lead a normal life and be old as old can be. It's a burden sometimes, but it's what you have to do.
It's a part of life now. Like taking my insulin. If I lived 60, 70 years ago, I wouldn't be here talking to you or talking to anyone for that matter. So insulin for me is a blessing. I love it. It's like my best friend now in the jar.